Alrighty, welcome back, boys and girls. It's your main math man, Mr. Shank, coming to you live from Walker Graham Middle School. And in this video, we're going to be working on that Thursday warm-up. Just trying to close out the week and end on a good note. I'm going to make sure that you're having all the days filled out and that you can turn it in. So, using those order operations, you want to make sure that you're doing the right step first. And so, again, just like normal, I'm going to highlight that step that I'm going to perform. So, again, just to remind ourselves, we're doing G for grouping. Again, make that staircase. G for grouping, E for exponents. We have multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Again, make sure that you can work from the top of the staircase down, and you are working left to right. All right. So, we're going to do, again, look for that grouping symbol, and so we're going to see that we have some brackets here, and then inside of those brackets, we have some more work. Always do the innermost first, and so we have 2 squared, that's going to be 4. Everything else stays the same, so we have 4, and then we have 12. Again, just use another set of parentheses to enclose this. And you know you'll be all right. Now we can do, again, still inside those parentheses, we still have some operations to do. So we're going to have 12 minus 4 is going to be 8. Everything else stays the same. Again, notice how I write the result first, and then I can evaluate or simplify the rest of the problem. All right, still inside those parentheses. Again, notice how that it's kind of been working in the same route or in the same kind of path right here. And so we can do 8 to the 3rd power. We can do as 512 or 512. Everything else stays the same. Still working inside of those parentheses, you can do 512 plus 6. So that's going to be 518. Everything else stays the same. Now we can subtract inside of those parentheses. And so we have 514 plus, we have 3. All right. Want to make sure that you can multiply before you add or subtract. And so that's going to be 3,598. Again, I always want to double check your math, but I know I'm all right as well. So we have, this is going to be 1 plus 5, 3,598.
Report to the cafeteria for breakfast duty. Ms. Andy, please report to the cafeteria for breakfast duty. Thank you.
You're welcome. And so again, be able to add those last 2 together, and you have your answer. Usually I circle it so that way I know I'm good. To double check to make sure we have the correct answer, again, use that wonderful Desmos calculator for yourself. And so we have, let me type it in exactly how it looks. So we have 4 minus 3. We have plus 7. And I'm going to use parentheses twice. 12 minus 2 squared. And parentheses. And then we have to the 3rd power. And then let's see, what do I have after that? I have plus, and then 6 minus 4, and parentheses. And you know you are correct, as it has a wonderful 3,599 in there. Okay. So we know we are good with that one. So let's move on to the last one, and that way we can turn it in. So it says, use the formula for the area of a trapezoid. And it has it given there. And it says find the area when your first base, again, these are just variables. So it's just your first base is 8 inches, your second base is 12 inches, and then your height is 6 inches. Again, these are not powers, these are just labels. So we're saying, okay, we have, let's substitute it in. So we have 1/2 is the same thing as 0.5. H is 6 inches. Our first base is 8 inches. And our second base is 12 inches. Now we can evaluate our expression. And so we're going to do 8 plus 12, that's going to be 20. Bring down the rest of the problem. Working left to right with that multiplication, I can do 0.5 times 6, which is 3. Bring down the rest of the problem. And then we have 3 times 20, which is 60. Be sure to label it, so we have 60 inches squared. Let's double check our answer. So I can click clear. All right, so we have, I'm going to say, let's do it like this. Let's have our 0.5. I can have times h. Let's have h. And then times. I'm going to actually do a capital B for the first one. And then I have plus. And then I'm going to use a lowercase b for the second. Okay. So it has 1/2 times the height times first base plus the second base. It needs to define what those variables are. So we say, let's have our height equal, and then our first base and our second base. So we have our height is 6, our first base is 8, and our second base is 12. Again, you can see, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. You can kind of see that it's showing, all right, the expression is 60 for the variables 6, 8, and 12. Again, make sure you can see how to use this Desmos calculator, as it will save you all this calculation and be able to calculate it for you.